boy called Jack, who lived in a very small cottage with his mother. They were very poor, and one day Jack's mother said, "Come on, Jack, you've been a very naughty boy." Jack, it's no use. We're as poor as the teachers at your school. We've got teachers at your school. We have no money at all. I feel such a fool. You'll have to go to market and take our only cow. Go and get it. Come on, stand down. And bring back somebody to feed us both now. And don't buy something silly like a macaw or a parrot. We don't want to hear it chattering like Molly Garrett. Ooh. Very nasty animals out there. I don't want to get attacked on the way. So, there's killer penguins out there that might just kill you, so I brought you some earrings to wear.
I think my ears are too big.
Just stop moaning. Get off.
But Mum, what about breakfast? What are we going to do? And Daisy, she's so pretty. Almost as pretty as Drew.
Oh, no, Jack. To the market, Daisy. You'll have to go and find nothing useless like William or Joe. Oh, and before you go, son, I can't have you going out looking like that. I've had enough of this quiz. So the next morning, Jack set off to market with Daisy. He was about halfway there when he met an old man who looked... He looked even older than Mr. Sergey.
Daisy, there it is. I'm off to market to sell our cow Daisy. Well, Mother says we've got to, although I think she's just crazy. But we've got no food to eat, and I dream of tasty stews, and I want to be athletic, just like Hannah Hughes.
Yeah. I'll say, Mother. Nice hair.
Thanks.
Where are you off to, young man? What's that you've got? Is it a horse that you're taking to Derby? To enter a riding competition like Kieran Harvey? No, I can see now it's a cow, and you're trying to pull her. You'll have to be really strong and fit, like Katie Fuller.
I'm off to the market to sell our cow Daisy, but Mother says we've got to. I think she's just crazy, but we've got no food to eat, and I dream of tasty stews, and I want to be athletic again, just like Hannah Hughes.
I'll save you the trouble. I'll give you 5 good beans for the beast.
Ooh! 5?
6. She says 6.
5. That's all I've got. 5. 5 do?
I need to do the size first.
Wait a minute. 1. The beans. Shh.
Magic.
2. 3. Might be 3. 4. And finally 5.
Yes. 5. Okay.
Have we got a deal? You can grow lots of food and have an enormous feast.
So,
Okay.
almost as idle as Emma Graham, sold the cow for just 5 beans. But they weren't any old beans, they were magic.
Come on. Lots of milky to do. Lots of milky.
So how much money have you got for the cow? We'll be able to eat and keep us warm now. You'll get really strong and full of power if you do that. Have the strength of Superman or Benji Gower. You could choose which girl you wanted to marry. It could be Evie or Lewis, or if you're unlucky, Carrie.
I got a really good deal. Well, that's what I thought. Although I had to talk a lot, just like Esme Short. What I was given for leaving Daisy was a swap, you'll think, like Daisy, I'm crazy. I've got some magic beans that we can plant by and by, and they'll grow so big, they'll reach up to the sky.
But Jack's mother was not impressed and threw the beans out of the window, saying,
You stupid boy! The plant could be a fig or a banana. You're as daft as Katie, Annabelle, or Alana. Hang on, there's 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
Where's the other one?
The next morning, when Jack awoke, the room seemed strangely dark. He looked out of the window and saw that the beans had taken root. An enormous beanstalk had grown up past his window, past the top of the trees, higher than he could see. Straight away, Jack climbed out of the window and went up the beanstalk until he reached the top. He found himself in a strange land, and in the distance he saw a handsome castle. He set off, and it was not long before he was knocking at the castle door. It was opened by a tall woman.
What are you doing here?
The tall woman, remember.
Haven't you got a brain? Are you not as clever as Olivia Crane? Don't you know my husband is a cruel giant? Crueler than Mr. March. And taller than Mr. Bignell. And worse, he eats young children, even their bones. Especially blonde ones. Like Laura Jones. Right. He'll be back soon wanting me to feed him. I know you're called Jack, but is it Jack Needham? Anyway, you must find somewhere safe from him. You'll fit in the oven. You're small, just like Jim.
So Jack hid in the oven and soon overheard heavy footsteps and loud music. In strode the giant with a beautiful big bird under his arm.
what you'd like for your tea.
Oh, this Italian dish looks nice. The pagione.
Pagione? What's that? How do you spell it?
P-A-G-E-O-N-E.
Oh, I've never heard of it. Here, let me take a look. You fool! It says page 1. That's not a dish. Now, what else would you like? Ravens. Oh, you can.
Raven said pie.
Oh, it's been a while since I've made that. I must check the ingredients. Right. 3 mince, year 3. Right. 3 mince, year 3. Nice and fresh. Right, love you. You look nice and fresh. Yeah, come and wait here. 4 sliced, year 4. Darling, whilst I go and get the ingredients. Right, I'm mashing them up, darling. I'm chopping everything, I'm slicing everything. It's all done, it's all in the oven. It's all cooked, Pip, it's done. You ready?
The giant sits down at the table rubbing his hands. Then he sniffs and sniffs again, saying,
Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the odor of a year 6 bomb. Sorry, I've been wrong. Sorry, Mrs. Thomas. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead. I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
Nonsense, my dear. It's just the smell of the meaty stock. It doesn't smell any worse than nail lock.
But the giant insisted on looking in all the cupboards before he started his meal. He found nothing, as they were as untidy as most of Ravenshead's teacher's cupboards. So when the giant had finished eating, he called to his wife.
Wife, bring me my hen and my money bags and my harp. I want to make some money and make it sharp.
Jack peeked out of the oven and saw the woman put a little brown hen, 2 bags of money, and a harp on the table.
Lay hen, make me rich, make me posh. I want to be wealthy like Peter and Josh. I want to buy my wife smart clothes with ribbons. I want her to look elegant like Thomas Gibbon.
Jack looked in amazement as the hen laid an egg of pure gold. It was almost as beautiful as neat Fergie. The giant spoke again.
Play harp, and play really loud, even better than Raven's Head Choir. Almost as loud as Anna Tyres.
Jack was again surprised at the beauty of the music which played while the giant counted his gold. But eventually, the giant fell asleep. Well, he seemed to be asleep, but he could have just been dozing like Ben Moody in numeracy lessons. Quietly, Jack crept out of the oven. Picked up the hen and tucked her under his arm. Tied the harp across his back and took a money bag in each hand. But just as he was creeping out of the door...
Master, come quickly! He's taking your lolly! His name is Jack and he's as crafty as Holly! He's grabbed your hand, he's going to take her! He's almost as naughty as Chloe Baker!
The giant woke up and, screaming as loud as Emily Kilford, set off in pursuit of Jack.
Come back, you little rat! You'll soon be a rabbit! When I finish with you, you'll have a face like Connor!
The chase was dramatic, they bounced and they reeled. Let's go. And as the chase went on, they got faster and faster. Turned round and jumped through the giant's legs. Threw down the money bags and climbed down like lightning. All the time the harp was screaming, "Master, master!" and above him the beanstalk. Was moving and trembling with the giant's weight. As Jack neared the ground, he shouted out to his mother.
Mother, bring an axe. The beanstalk's shaking. One that's sharper than that Wakely. Quickly!
So Jack's mother brought a sharp axe. And once Jack was on the ground, he thrust the hen and the harp into his mother's hands. Grabbed the axe.
Oh, my earring.
And hacked at the beanstalk.
If it's going to go for a food, I think we need to his head first.
He hacked the beanstalk, which finally fell.
Yeah!
instead. Jack rushed to his mother and hugged her with joy. Together they danced around the beetle. They waltzed. Princess Catherine, and they lived happily ever after.